Since Elohim was victorious and took over Marduk God's place, there is a new sheriff in town, and that sheriff is known as Yahweh. The duel continued. The new sheriff in town is now Yahweh, and Yahweh became the new sheriff because Elohim merged into Yahweh. The Israeli God is no more polytheistic. The God of Israel now is more monotheistic, meaning there is no more a pantheon of gods worshipped in Israel. The people of Israel can only worship one God, and that God is Yahweh. This merging of the Israeli gods from Elohim to Yahweh even included getting away with the goddess of gods, so there are no more goddesses. In this new transition from Elohim to Yahweh, what is going to become of Elohim consort Asherah? Elohim was the father of the gods, but now the transition is moving on from Elohim to his son Yahweh. Asherah was the mother goddess in ancient West Semitic religions. She was associated with fertility and was often symbolized with lions, serpents, and sacred trees. Before the transition from Elohim to Yahweh, she was the consort of Elohim. However, the Book of Kings describes Asherah as a goddess who was worshipped alongside Yahweh in his temple. So it seems that Asherah was the consort of Yahweh according to the Book of Kings. So after the transition of Elohim into Yahweh, does Yahweh still have a mission to defeat the Sumerian or the Mesopotamia gods? After Marduk, God's space was taken over by Elohim. Now, Yahweh is now in the picture. Will any Mesopotamia god comes in the crosshairs of Yahweh? Yahweh is now the benevolent God of Israel. Will there be a feud between Marduk and his son Nabu, according to Isaiah 46 verses 1. Since Marduk was king of the gods, that he take over from Enlil, so Nabu became the most important son of the father of the gods within the pantheon. However, Nabu's problem with Yahweh didn't arise from Babylonian worshiping him. His problem started with Yahweh when Canaanites and Israelites start worshiping him in Elephantine and Aswan. And folks in those two cities worship Nabu alongside Yahweh. So now you know that Yahweh is going to be mad because Yahweh abolished polytheistic worshiping of gods, and he only wants monotheistic worshiping of God, and he is the only God of folks who are considered to be Israelites or from Judah should worship, and that is him, Yahweh. So Yahweh is not going to tolerate any one that is considered Israelite or from Judah to be worshiping Nabu, a god that is not even from Israel. He's a Babylonian god, and in Yahweh worldview, any god outside of him are idols or fake gods. So Yahweh is now going to take up the fight with Nabu. Nabu was even worshipped in a place called the Queen of Heaven, Bethel and Anat. And all those places are considered to be Israel. In Yahweh's worldview, those people that belong to those places are considered Israelites, and the benevolent Yahweh doesn't tolerate his people to be worshiping any other god but Yahweh. So Nabu crossed over into Yahweh's territory and picking off his people, and they are now worshiping Nabu. That is not going to fly in Yahweh's place. So according to Isaiah 46 verse 1, this is what Yahweh said about Nabu. Baal bows down, Nabu stooped low. Their idols are borne down in beasts of burden. Isaiah 46 verse 1. Yahweh was showing his greatness and supremacy and efficacy compared to the inefficacy of the Babylonian false god Nabu, according to Isaiah 46 verse 1. Babylon was the top country on earth at that time, and it worshipping of idols. Yahweh is winning over the people of Babylon to worship him instead of Nabu. So he took away the false idols of Nabu, and Nabu was humbled and stooped down to Yahweh in defeat when his gold statue of himself that Babylonian people used to worship and people of Israel, like Elephantine and Aswan. But now Nabu take the knee in defeat, according to Isaiah 46 verse 1. So it seems like Nabu was converted over to worshiping Yahweh according to the biblical text. At least Nabu life was not taken, or he didn't lose his head, so he lived to fight another day. So the Israeli gods, now the Israeli gods are two up over the Mesopotamia gods. Elohim defeated Marduk, and so in the battle of gods, Israeli gods are 2 and Mesopotamia or Babylon gods are 0.